In today's video, we dive deep into a pressing issue in Formula One. Why has the FIA taken a stand against Mercedes and Red Bull's alleged illegal components? What are the impacts for the sport? Let's uncover the truth together. In the excessive stakes world of Formula One, the pursuit of a competitive facet has regularly caused a cat-and-mouse recreation of innovation and rule-bending. Cheating and the development of unlawful inventions have long been woven into the sport's cloth. Teams have driven the bounds of what's permissible continually with the wish of gaining a fraction of a second gain over their opponents. It's a delicate dance in which ingenuity is prized. However, getting caught is the final pitfall. However, the sport changed when the FIA, the sport's governing frame, began to close in on those clandestine sports. The FIA's challenge is to keep a degree of playing discipline and ensure the safety and equity of the game. This assignment has caused a regular evolution of the technical policies that govern Formula One. Teams stroll a tightrope as they strive to innovate inside the obstacles of these policies. On August 22nd, a pivotal second happened in this ongoing war between groups and regulators. Formula One technical director Tim Goss dispatched a verbal exchange that would reverberate during the paddock. The message contained two technical directives, TD018 and TD039, which, although present for a while, have been updated to address the ever-evolving strategies employed by teams to avoid the policies. As the FIA cracks down on these strategies, it marks a vast turning factor in Formula One. Teams will need to adapt, rethink their strategies, and adhere more carefully to the policies. The cat-and-mouse recreation keeps, however, with higher stakes than ever before, as the pursuit of victory in this excessive octane game stays as excessive and unforgiving as ever. The technical directives TD018 and TD039 have injected a renewed experience of urgency and compliance within the Formula One network. TD018, a three-page file, delves into the elasticity of fairing components, raising concerns about the ability of these important aerodynamic factors. This directive underscores the ever-evolving nature of Formula One's technical rules as teams constantly explore revolutionary approaches to optimize their overall performance. TD018's implementation at the Singapore Grand Prix emphasizes Formula One's commitment to maintaining a stage playing area and ensuring that the sport's technical factors adhere to the very best standards of fairness and safety. It's no coincidence that Singapore, with its difficult and excessive downforce circuit, serves as the backdrop for this directive's rollout. The twisty and worrying nature of the Marina Bay Street Circuit makes aerodynamics paramount, making it the right trying out ground for this new regulation. On the other hand, TD039 narrows its recognition to the necessity of floor panel attachments and the depreciation of aerodynamically caused automobile shaking. This 7-page modification indicates Formula One's relentless pursuit of perfection on the subject of technical compliance. This record, too, is a testimony to the ever-evolving panorama of the sport as groups push the envelope in their quest for excellence. The powerful date of these directives, right now after their shipping, reiterates the game's dedication to a speedy model and adherence to new policies. It displays Formula One's proactive method in responding to rising challenges and ensuring truthful and aggressive surroundings for all groups. The Singapore Grand Prix guarantees to be a pivotal second in Formula One as the game takes a resolute stance towards using flexi-wings. The FIA, the sport's governing frame, has raised a stern accusation that a few groups are carrying out misleading practices by means of concealing their trickery in the back of rubber coverings. This exercise, they claim, is an attempt to keep away from load-bearing exams that are intended to ensure compliance with the sport's technical policies. Flexi-wings, which permit certain aerodynamic components to deform or flex underneath certain situations, have long been a contentious concern in Formula One. The fundamental principle at the back of this prohibition lies in maintaining a level gambling area and ensuring equity among all groups. By proscribing the ability of bodywork, the game pursues to prevent any crew from gaining an unfair benefit in terms of downforce and velocity. The FIA's choice to deal with this trouble during the Singapore Grand Prix contains specific significance because of the character of the Marina Bay circuit. With its tight, twisty format and emphasis on excessive downforce setups, the music plays at a top rate on the performance of aerodynamic components. Teams that have been exploiting flexi-wings to gain an aspect will probably feel the impact of those new directives on this tough road circuit. The accusations of deception and subversion of load-bearing checks underscore the consistent tension between innovation and adherence to the sport's rules. Formula One has usually been a hotbed of engineering innovation, and groups continuously explore the bounds of what is technically permissible. As Formula One clamps down on these practices in Singapore, the game indicates its unwavering commitment to retaining a stage gambling subject, where competition is based totally on talent, approach, and adherence to the regulations. The upcoming Grand Prix will serve as a litmus check, revealing the volume to which these technical directives will impact the competitive landscape of Formula One. The TD039 directive has emerged as a vital device within the constant battle to ensure safety and truthful opposition in Formula One. Its number one objective is to address the issue of bottoming out, a phenomenon where a vehicle's underside makes contact with the tuned floor, leading to doubtlessly dangerous conditions for drivers. Additionally, TD039 aims to prevent groups from setting their drivers in a damaged way by sending them out on the grid with automobiles that showcase this unstable behavior. This directive's importance has been highlighted via recent changes and clarifications, mainly in paragraph 1.3. Formula One's governing body, the FIA, diagnosed the need to fine-tune the directive to rectify any unexpected issues that groups might have encountered. It displays the FIA's commitment to keeping an adaptable and responsive regulatory framework that caters to the evolving dynamics of the game. Despite those updates, there may be a tug-of-war between the FIA's reason to enhance safety and fairness and the team's desire to maintain pushing the limits of their car designs. Most teams contend that their contemporary configurations adhere to the present guidelines and do not require widespread adjustments. This debate underscores the ever-gift anxiety in Formula One between innovation and adherence to the guidelines. The upcoming race in Singapore will provide an actual global trying out ground for the results of TD039. It might be an opportunity for the teams to demonstrate their capability and adapt to the evolving technical panorama, even as preserving with two chase victories. Additionally, it will be a second for the FIA to assess the directive's effectiveness in achieving its protection and fairness desires. As Formula One progresses, the great stability among innovation and regulation will continue to be a defining characteristic of the sport, with TD039 serving as a crucial tool in maintaining this equilibrium. The last purpose is to ensure the protection of the drivers and the integrity of the opposition at the same time as making an allowance for the technical creativity that has been a hallmark of Formula One. The advent of these technical directives has precipitated a spectrum of responses in the Formula One community. Teams are stuck between an experience of warranty in their compliance with current regulations and a degree of apprehension about the potential effects of those new directives. While a few teams downplay the expected effect as minimal, others undertake a more careful stance. The scrutiny falls especially on heavyweights like Red Bull and Mercedes, who often lead the charge in innovation and technical mastery. Their capacity to adapt to those changes may additionally properly determine the trajectory of the competition and the season's final results. The Marina Bay circuit in Singapore represents a unique challenge inside the Formula One calendar because of its tight, twisty format that locates a top rate on high downforce setups. Teams are awaiting a huge shift in their performance, specifically those who struggled on the high-velocity Monza circuit. The Marina Bay Street Circuit caters to their strengths and gives a threat for redemption. While Red Bull remains a formidable contender in the upcoming race, groups like Mercedes, Aston Martin, and McLaren are determined to stage a comeback and steady podium finishes. Mercedes, recognized for its adaptability and excessive downforce prowess, sees this as an opportunity to regain misplaced ground. Aston Martin, buoyed by the latest improvements, is keen to capitalize on the demanding situations posed by means of the Marina Bay circuit. McLaren, with its burgeoning competitiveness, seeks to preserve its upward trajectory. Amidst this backdrop of growing expectations and evolving techniques, the impact of the newly introduced technical directives remains a warm subject matter of dialogue within the F1 network. Teams grapple with the need to maintain an aggressive edge while adhering to the guidelines and warding off potential consequences. The Singapore Grand Prix serves as a testbed for those directives, and the performance of various groups will decide how those rules form the aggressive panorama in Formula One. The intrigue and uncertainty surrounding the race in Singapore make it a must-watch event on the Formula One calendar, wherein the pursuit of excellence and the thirst for victory preserve to power the sport's maximum elite competition. So do share your opinions in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.